Hello everyone, myself Dr. Radhika Mehta, Associate Professor from Jagannath University, Jaipur. Today we will understand what is news reporting. Now, news reporting plays a vital role in providing public with timely and accurate information about events, issues, and developments. It serves as a key component of journalism, informing the audience and contributing to a well-informed society. News refers to the process of gathering information, investigating facts, and presenting news or information to an audience through various media channels. Reporters are responsible for collecting information, conducting interviews, researching, and verifying facts to create news stories or articles. Now let's understand characteristics of reporting. The very first one is gathering information. Reporters gather information through various means, including conducting interviews with sources, attending events, accessing documents, and researching relevant data. They aim to gather accurate and reliable information to form the basis of their reporting. Second, investigating facts. Reporters investigate facts by verifying information through multiple sources and cross-checking details. They strive to ensure the accuracy and reliability of the information they report. Next, news writing. Reporters write news stories using the information they have gathered. They follow journalistic principles such as the inverted pyramid structure, which presents the most important information at the beginning of the story and provides supporting detail further down. Next, objectivity and fairness. Reporters strive to be objective and fair in their reporting. They present the facts and different viewpoints without bias, allowing readers or viewers to form their opinion based on the information provided. Next, ethical consideration. Reporters adhere to ethical standards in their reporting. This includes respecting privacy, avoiding conflicts of interest, and maintaining integrity in their work. Next, timeliness. Reporters aim to provide timely coverage of the news by reporting on events and issues as they happen or in a timely manner. They work under deadlines to ensure that news stories are delivered promptly to the audience. Now let's take a look on the tools of information. There are many tools to gather information, and these tools are used on regular basis by the reporters and journalists. So understanding these tools, first of all, let's understand the benefit of going for these tools. So these tools help to gather, verify, and organize information to create accurate and well-rounded news stories. Here are some common tools used in the information gathering process. First, interviews. Conducting interviews with the relevant sources is a primary tool for gathering information. Reporters conduct face-to-face, phonic, or email interviews with individuals who have knowledge or expertise related to the topic they are covering. Next, internet and online tools. The internet is a valuable tool for assessing a wide range of information. Reporters use search engines, online databases, social media platforms, and websites of relevant organizations to gather information, verify facts, and find potential sources. Next, public records and documents. Assessing public records and documents can provide valuable information for investigative reporting. Next, networking and news sources. Building a network of sources is crucial for journalists. They cultivate relationships with experts, contacts with an organization, community leaders, and other individuals who can provide valuable information and insights. Next, note taking and recording. Reporters use notebooks, voice recorders, or digital recording devices to capture accurate and detailed information during interviews or while covering events. This helps ensure accuracy when writing news stories. The next one, press conferences and briefings. Attending press conference and briefings allows reporters to gather information directly from organizations, government officials, or experts. These events provide an opportunity to ask questions and obtain official statements. Now, let's take a look on the news sources. News sources are people who journalists interview, talk to, quote, observe, or meet to construct a news story. They provide the basic information which is the building block of a news story. At the same time, no two sources can lend the same meaning to the news stories, since the role of a journalist is interpretational in that they infer an event for us, framing it or mapping it in a certain social or cultural context, and thus making it intelligible to the audiences. The choice of one source over another is often ideological. Stuart Hall points at three aspects of social production of news. First, the bureaucratic organization of the media, which produces the news in a specific types or categories. Second, the structure of news values, which orders the selection and ranking of stories within these categories. And third, the moment of construction of new stories, which implies contextualization of an event by the media. News sources refer to the origins or providers of information that journalists rely on to gather news and report stories. These sources can vary in their reliability, credibility, and accessibility. Now let's take a look on some common types of news sources. The very first one is primary source. The primary sources are individuals or entities directly involved in or witnessing an event. They can provide first-hand information, quotes, or personal accounts. Example includes eyewitnesses, participants in an event, official statements from organizations or government agencies and documents. The next, official sources. Now these sources include government agencies, elected officials, law enforcement agencies, and regulatory bodies. Official sources provide information related to public policy, legal matters, government actions, or official statements. Journalists often rely on official sources for factual information and official statements. Next, expert sources. Experts in various fields such as academics, researchers, scholars, and professionals provide analysis, insights, and commentary on specific topics. They offer specialized knowledge and can help provide context and understanding of complex issues. Next, we have anonymous sources. In certain situations, journalists may use anonymous sources to provide information on the condition of anonymity. This is often done to protect the identity of the source, who may face repercussions for sharing sensitive or classified information. Journalists typically follow strict guidelines and ethical standards when using anonymous sources. Next, eyewitnesses and citizen journalists. Eyewitnesses who directly observe an event can provide valuable first-hand accounts and visuals. Citizen journalists, individuals who are not professional journalists but report on events using social media or personal platforms, can also serve as news sources. Next, press releases and statements. Press releases, official statements, and media advisories issued by organizations, companies, government agencies, or public relation representatives can serve as news sources. They provide official information, announcements, or responses to specific events or developments. Surveys, studies, and reports. Journalists often rely on surveys, studies, research papers, and reports from reputable institutions, think tanks, and polling organizations to provide data driven insight and analysis on various topics. Next, news agencies and wire services. News agencies such as the Associated Press, Reuters, Agence France Presse, Bloomberg gather and distribute news stories to media outlets worldwide. Journalists often rely on these wire services for breaking news, global coverage, and factual information. Next, social media and online sources. Social media platforms, online forums, blogs, and user generated content can provide real time information, eyewitnesses' accounts, and different perspectives on events. However, journalists must verify and cross reference information obtained from these sources due to the potential for misinformation or bias. It is important for journalists to critically evaluate and verify the credibility and reliability of their sources to ensure accurate and responsible reporting. Multiple sources should be consulted to obtain a balanced and comprehensive view of a story. Now let's understand attribution. Attribution is a fundamental principle in journalism that promotes transparency, accountability, and accurate reporting. It helps to maintain the integrity of news sources and ensures that readers or viewers can evaluate the credibility and reliability of the information being presented. Attribution in news sources refers to the practice of giving credit, acknowledging the origin of information used in a news story. It involves identifying and mentioning the source of a specific piece of information, quote, or fact that contributes to the overall reporting. In journalism, there are several types of attribution used to identify the sources of information in news story. These type of attribution provide transparency and allow readers or viewers to assess the credibility and reliability of the information. Here are some common types of attribution. First is direct attribution. Now, when we talk about the term direct attribution, it involves directly quoting or attributing information to a specific individual or source. It explicitly mentions the name of the source within quotation marks or as a part of the sentence. For example, in quotes, you can see John Smith, CEO of XYZ company, stated, now again you can see it is in quotes, we are committed to expanding our operations intentionally. So this is a direct attribution giving credit of what the person has said as it is stating the statement the way the person has said it or quoted it. Next, we have indirect attribution. Indirect attribution refers to attributing information to a source without directly quoting them. Instead of using quotation marks, indirect attribution provides a general reference to the source. Let's take an example. According to a spokesperson from the Department of Health, the new regulations will be implemented next month. Next attribution is partial attribution. So partial attribution acknowledges the source of specific information while not attributing the entire statement or piece of information to that source. It may involve attributing the source for certain facts or details within a larger statement. For example, an anonymous insider revealed that the company plans to launch a new product line in the coming months. Next, background attribution. Background attribution is used when information is sourced from a general or public knowledge rather than from specific individuals or sources. It indicates that the information is widely known or commonly accepted without a need for a specific source. For example, according to industry experts, the demand for renewable energy is on the rise. The next, anonymous attribution. Now, anonymous attribution is used when the source of information wishes to remain identified. It is typically employed when the information is sensitive and the source may face potential repercussions. Journalists must follow ethical guidelines and exercise caution when using anonymous sources to maintain credibility. Now let's take an example. A confidential source within the organization revealed that budget cuts are imminent. Now the next one, attribution to documents or reports. Attribution can also be given to official documents, reports, or research findings. This type of attribution acknowledges the document as a source of information. For example, according to the latest report,